Afternoon everyone, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen and today I'll be taking you through can you start preparing for CAT 2023 still? If you're a beginner, will you be able to crack CAT 2023? Well, today's session is going to be important for people who have not yet decided as to whether to go for CAT or not. So if we look from the very beginning, so the estimated, okay, so the result has not been, the notification has not been out, okay, for CAT 2023, but the notification is going to be somewhat like this on the website of CAT, okay. It will be released by July, end week of July, somewhere around that, the notification. In the notification, you are given the dates when it is supposed to happen, okay. Of course, the website is there. And the eligibility criteria is given, the thing about reservation and reservation fees. The important dates are going to be given, the test centers will not be named, but it will be out when the form is out. Okay, there will be disclaimers about COVID-19, it will still continue. Okay, so the important points being that since it will be released by July end week of this year, and it will be conducted in the last Sunday of November 2023, which is going to be November 26th. Okay, so the date is kind of fixed, we already know that. And based on the previous year trend, IIM Lucknow is going to conduct CAT this year. Okay. Now, it will be online based only. It's not going to be offline. So you will have to go to a particular center depending upon which city you choose. So, and you will have to go and write the exam online. So it's going to be computer based test. Now, if we are going to look into the expected pattern of CAT this year, okay, so this is expected, okay, it may change, it will, we'll come to know about this when the notification is out and somewhere between when they release the first sample mock, okay. So if you go by the previous year trend, the total number of questions will be 66 and VRC you will have 24 questions, in DILR 20 and in Quant the remaining 22, okay. The number of, there are two types of questions in CAT, right? One is MCQ and another one is fill in the blanks, also known as type in the answer, known as TITA questions. So the number of MCQ questions in verbal, it's going to be 21 and 3. It's again based on what we have seen in the previous years. In LRDI, there are going to be 14 MCQs and 6 TITA questions. In Quant, you're going to have 14 MCQs and 8 TITA questions. So you'll find the majority of the TITA questions that are going to be there in quantitative ability in QA. Okay, so it's like almost 1/3, a little over 1/3 of the total questions will be TITA based. Okay, so total MCQs questions are 49 and TITA ones are 17. So I hope you can see that. Okay. Section wise time limit will be 40 minutes. Okay, marking scheme is given as below. So 3 marks for every correct answer. You will be deducted 1 mark for every MCQ, and for TITA it's going to be 0. As in, if you make a mistake in a TITA question, there will be no marks deducted. And if you don't attempt a particular question, you will be awarded nothing. So 0 marks for that. Okay, if you look at the score versus percentile over the last few years, if you look at CAT 2022, so the total marks is 198, okay, 66 questions into 3 marks for each question, which is 198 score. The year before that, which is CAT 2021, the total marks was still 198. In order to get a 99.9 percentile, you need approximately 120 marks, okay. So 120 out of 198 is going to be somewhere around 60% of the total marks is required to get a 99.9 percentile, which is very easy to obtain, right? People struggle with it because, of course, the level of, okay. So our target score is going to be 70 or above. So from 70 to 120, that's a range of 50 marks in which the last 10 percentile exists, okay. The 100 percentile or 99.98 plus, those are the people who score somewhere around 140, 150, okay. So that is some few of the exceptional cases, but it's very much easy to score 120. A lot of students, they start from a score of around 40 marks and they reach up to 110, 120 in a span of like 2.5 months only. So considering we are currently in the month of May, we have, almost 6 months with us, right? So that we can prepare. Well, is it enough? Yes. Now let's talk about section-wise percentile scores and how much do we need. So I'm going to hide myself. Yeah, hi Sonali, hi Akash. So if you talk about VARC, you require around 50 marks to get 99.5 percentile. You require around 45 marks for a 99 percentile, and for a 95 percentile, a score of around 34-35 marks is good enough. So if I write down the number of questions required, it's going to be somewhere around 16 to 18 questions only for a 99.5, and you require around 14 questions to 15 questions for a 99 percentile. Those will be correct, okay? It's not the attempts, because if you attempt 15 and if 5 of them are wrong, you will of course not score 42, 45. You need around 11 to 12 questions to get a 95 percentile, which is good enough. So 12 questions out of 26 is very much achievable. It's even less than 50%, right? Okay, if you talk about LRDI now, for LRDI you require around 33 to 38 marks, which is going to be somewhere around 11 to 12 questions again. For a 99 percentile, you require around 10 to 11 questions. For a 95 percentile, you require only 7 to 8 questions, right? So considering a 95 percentile, 8 questions out of a total of 20, it's again very, very less. It's around 40%. If I talk about QA, for QA, you require around 38 to 40 marks, which is around 13 questions, right? For a 99 percentile, you require around 11 to 12 questions. For a 95 percentile, you require around 8 questions. So again, 8 out of 22 is again a very less. It's less than 50%. So if you score around 50% overall of the total marks, you will definitely be able to score individually 95 percentile and overall more than 98. Okay. So we know the target. Okay. Please understand. Your target is not to be the best. Your target is to be able to cross 50% of the total marks, because you need to be just eligible to get a call from a college. Just because you top a particular exam doesn't mean you will get the admission. And also, if you don't top the exam, you can still get through the college, right? So that is the important part here. Now, let's talk about the study plan, and then we will look into how should we go about, how the preparation should go. So if you are just going to start right now, so for each of the 3 sections, quant, verbal and LRDI, for quant, you need to start with arithmetic and algebra. It's very important, because if you only do arithmetic and algebra, you can easily get 99 percentile, considering that you solve all the questions that you are going to do from these 2 topics. Because if I consider only arithmetic and algebra, there are going to be around 16 questions out of 22 questions just from these 2 topics. I believe 16 questions out of 22 questions is going to be even more than 99.5 percentile. So like I said, you will reach around 99.9. Okay, so you need to start with arithmetic and algebra. And how much time generally people take? So people generally take, if they did not have maths in 11th and 12th. So for algebra, they take a lot of time, but this can be easily done in 2 months' time. So if I take the month of May, which is around the mid of May we are at, and you are kind of average with maths, okay, you struggle with the multiplication tables, that's average. You struggle with squares and cubes and square roots of calculations, such calculations, you are an average student. Well, if you struggle with addition and subtraction or simple multiplication, you have to work hard. Okay, you need to pick up NCERT books or the books that you used in your 10th standard preparation or 11th and 12th, and start revising them as soon as possible. When it comes to VARC, you need to first of all build up your English and a bit of vocabulary. You don't have to go through the vocabulary completely. You shouldn't know 10,000 words. It's futile. Okay, you're not writing some other exam like GRE, for which you require a vocab a lot. So when it comes to CAT, you need basic vocabulary and you should be good with grammar, parts of speech. Very important to be very good at critical reasoning. So when it comes to VRC, the best thing that you can do is start reading editorials and the newspapers. It will help you in 2 ways. First, you should be able to read through the passages and long articles and understand them at one go. So your RC becomes better. And secondly, it will help you prepare about whatever is happening in the current world, right? So it will help you in the interview process because they ask you current affairs a lot. When it comes to DILR, you can start by solving a set every day, at least one set, 1 to 2 sets. Okay. So you need to start with LR first. Start with LR. Start today itself. Okay. Pick up a book. Pick up online, some websites where, previous year questions are given. Start with one LR, try to solve it. If you're able to solve it in half an hour's time or so, then you go ahead and, look at if your answers are correct or not. If you're not able to solve, then you should look at the solution and don't feel bad about it. Okay. Because LR, they are like puzzles. If you don't understand the puzzle, it's better to look at the solution. But next time when you come across similar puzzle, you should be able to solve it. Okay. Now, some of the reasoning questions, they are not worth solving. So you need to weigh in whether the level of difficulty is easy, moderate, or it is difficult. So in the analysis of every year paper and every section every year, they let you know that the sets were of easy or difficult. They are given at a lot of places. It is given on our website, BYJU'SExamPrep.com as well. Okay. And when you're looking at the questions and the questions that you did not solve or where you made mistake, you need to understand where you went wrong. It's very important. Okay. So you can start the preparation of LR as soon as possible. But when it comes to DI, you should always do DI only when you are done with arithmetic topic under QA. Okay. So unless and until you are not done with arithmetic topic, QA is going to be, DI is going to be futile. So you will not understand a lot of calculations. You will not understand a lot of language of DI. Well, when it comes to LR, you really don't need any of that. So this is the preparation for the, until June, for the next 1.5 months around. What should we do after June? So when we talk about the next 2 months, which is July and August, so in quant, you need to start preparing for the remaining 3 topics. There are 5 topics in quant. One is arithmetic, next is algebra, next is numbers, geometry, and then you have got modern maths. In modern maths, you have got permutation and combination, probability, and set theory. So modern maths is not very important. In the worst case, you will be getting 2 questions. Number system, important because it helps you in other topics. But as a topic itself, not very important. You get around 3 questions from here. Geometry, again, not very important when it comes to the weightage it has, but it helps you practice a lot or understand a lot of concepts from arithmetic. Okay, so you get around 3 questions from here as well. So these 3 topics will include around 8 questions at most, while your arithmetic and algebra can take up to 16 questions, right? If you talk about VARC, now what you need to do is start solving verbal ability. So in VARC, it is made up of 2 parts. One is VA and another is RC. So RC is something that we looked in the last 2 months, right? As in May and June. VA is what you need to start preparing for. So parajumbles, completion of a paragraph, finding the statement which is the odd one out, the kind of questions that you get in CAT under VA. Okay. So you need to start preparing VA. Now VA is something that you can actually get very good at. It's logical. There are certain rules to it. Unlike RC, there are hardly any rules. There are some concepts that revolves around RC. But VA, there are tons of concepts, not some. So VA is actually very easy relative to RC to capitalize on. Okay, so you should start preparing VA, and within these 2 months, that is July and August, you should be perfect with VA. And how would you know whether you are doing great in a particular topic, in a particular section? You need to write a lot of topic tests, okay, and sectionals. Next, when it comes to LRDI, you will continue to solve LRDI sets on a regular basis. Okay, without fail, make sure that you take out around half an hour or 1 hour every day to solve 1, 2, or 3 sets of LR or DI. Okay, you should start DI by July. Okay, max. So you start with LR before. By the time you complete your arithmetic and algebra, once that is done, now you can definitely start DI. Okay. Again, whenever you are facing a difficulty you're not able to solve, ask your mentor. Okay. So I'm going to assume that you have taken a classroom course somewhere or the other. So talk to your mentor, discuss them discuss with them, what are the mistakes you are doing, what kind of questions you should actually target. So they will help you out with that. Okay. Next 2 months, September and October, the last 2 months of the preparation. So you are going to practice topic wise and sectionals. It will be better if you start with BYJU'S exam prep app. It's all free, right? For the tests, of course, you will have to buy them. And there are over 75 mock tests that we provide. Okay. So when you do the tests or the topic and the sectional tests, so the tests are based on difficulty level. So it starts from easy, then it moves to moderate, then it moves to difficult. So if you're able to solve the easy ones, you know at what level you stand. The day you are done with moderate ones, as in you are good enough, out of every, let's say 6 or 7 questions, if you're able to solve 4 or 5 of them, that is brilliant. That means you are going to score 99 percentile if you keep up the pace. Okay. When it comes to verbal, you should now start solving more difficult questions from previous year CAT questions. So the first 4 months, 3.5, 4 months, you have prepared, you did the preparation, you completed your syllabus, right? Now you need to start preparing previous year CAT and look at what kind of questions are asked. What are the different genres from which the RCs come? What kind of parajumbles do they give you? From which all sources do they give you? Okay. Now, when it comes to LRDI, it is it will come down to, okay, this is mocks. So when it comes to LRDI, you will continue with the same thing, solving 1 or 2 sets every day. So if I look at this, you have more than 200 days before CAT happens, right? So if you solve approximately 1 or 2 sets every day, you will be able to solve approximately 300 sets. And by the time you are done with 300 sets of LRDI, you will be very, very good at it. Right now, you may be struggling a lot, but give yourself, around 200 days. First day पे दौड़ोगे तो space नहीं आएगा and you will get exhausted as well midway. So you need to keep on working on it. Now, of course, you should be writing mocks on a regular basis, not to check your score, not to check your percentile, but rather to check what is your accuracy, what kind of questions come, in what kind of questions do you struggle. So if you look at our mocks, after the mocks are done, if you go through the analysis, you will get to know which topics you struggled with, what are the different level of questions of a particular topic you were able to solve, and the ones that you did not. The ones where you made mistake, you understood it, but you made mistake. So all of these things are important for you to build up the strategy. Okay. What about the last month, during the month of November, the last 3 weeks around? So what you will be doing is you will be writing your previous year CAT papers completely. Okay. Even though by that time you may have solved a lot of questions before while practicing. है ना, practice करते तो previous year questions आता है आपको solve करने में. तो आप हर week पे, ठीक है, within the week you will be writing mocks, and weekend पे भी you are going to write the mocks. And what should be the timing of the mocks? Mocks timing should be around the same time जिधर आपका exam का slot पड़ा होगा. So when you write a mock, when you fill the form, you will be given your time slot in which you will be writing your CAT exam, whether it is morning, is it afternoon, or is it evening. There are 3 slots, right? तो आपका अगर morning slot है, the day you get to know that you have morning slot, write the mocks only on the morning slot timing. If it's an evening one, evening time slot में लिखना. ठीक है? Now, if you are finding difficulty in solving certain types of questions or certain level of questions, you can go through our recorded lectures, right? Now, a lot of these lectures are available free on our app. So if you go through them, you will get to know how to approach a particular question, what are the shortcuts required, if there is any formula or not. Okay. So you need to make sure that you cover as much syllabus as possible. Entire syllabus is next to impossible to complete. पर जितना वेरिएंट आता है कैट में प्रीवियस ईयर ट्रेंड के हिसाब से उतना तो कवर हो जाना चाहिए, राइट? सो एम एट राइटिंग एटलीस्ट 1 कैट मॉक, एटलीस्ट 1. ठीक है, अपार्ट फ्रॉम द जनरल मॉक्स दैट विल बी रिलीजिंग, वो तो करना ही है, उसके अलावा भी आपको एक मॉक लिखना है. प्रीवियस ईयर पेपर्स आप उठा लो. Okay, so this is what you can do as an aspirant of CAT 2023 who has not yet started preparation. If you start today, you will be very good to go with until the month of November. If you delay the span that you have for the preparation, जो time limit है वो आपका कम हो जाएगा. So it's like आपको कॉलेज से होमवर्क मिला, आपको 1 महीने का टाइम दिया गया था. अगर आप आज से शुरू करोगे, थोड़ा थोड़ा करोगे, 1 मंथ में बिना टेंशन के कंप्लीट हो जाएगा. पर अगर आप अभी चिल मारोगे और लास्ट के 2 दिन उठाओगे तो एंटायर 24 आवर्स यू मे हैव टू सिट, राइट? और जो एफिशिएंसी और जो चीजें आती हैं वो कंप्लीट नहीं आती. एंड अनफॉर्चुनेटली और फॉर्चुनेटली, डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ यू लुक एट इट, कैट आप 1 महीने में कंप्लीट नहीं कर सकते. यू नीड एटलीस्ट 4 months ऑफ प्रिपरेशन and another 2 months of strategy and mocks and analysis. Okay, so 6 months to go for an exam like CAT. It is the very much appropriate time to start the preparation. Okay. Yes, Carlos, it would be a good thing. Dakshika, almost everything is available. Okay. Almost everything, as in we have got our classroom programs, which are the recorded lectures for which you will have to enroll with our program. पर उसके अलावा there are tons of questions and topics that we cover on a regular basis. हम लोग normally 3 से 4 series parallelly चलाते हैं. Some of the series are on YT, it's available on YouTube, and some of them are available on our app. ठीक है? And generally we try to make sure that the topics are different, or sorry, the questions are different. Topics obviously limited है, questions different है, questions के level different है. App वाले में we discuss a lot of problems, concepts, riddles, बहुत सारे shortcuts भी discuss करते हैं app पे. YouTube पे we generally get into the strategy part, as in we look at a question and simply discuss how to solve it. Concepts जब जरूरत होती है तब हम लोग discuss करते हैं. तो अगर आप देखोगे तो there is one basic, the scratch part, which is not covered. Okay, then you have got a little above it, that if you know the basics and the scratch part of any particular topic, उसके beyond वाले part को आपको कैसे solve करना है questions को, वो सारा चीज available है. ठीक है? And those videos are free of cost. मतलब आप जाओगे तो आपके पास वहां पे hundreds of videos मिलने वाले हैं. Not just CAT, I'm talking about all the other exams. सबके बहुत सारे videos हैं. ठीक है? So आप एक बार जाके देखो if you don't have the app yet. Now let's look at how do we actually solve questions when when the preparation is almost complete. So the way I'm going to solve these questions is how you should also eventually should be able to attempt somewhere in the month of September end, October beginning. एग्जाम से 1.5 months पहले आपका लेवल कुछ ऐसा हो जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि उसके बाद फिर आपको इम्प्रोवाइज करना है. यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव योर नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स. सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज, ये CAT 2022 slot 1 का क्वेश्चन है. So trains A and B start traveling at the same time towards each other with constant speeds from X and Y respectively. Train A reaches station Y in 10 minutes and train B takes 9 minutes to reach station X after meeting train A. Then the total time taken in minutes by train B to travel from station Y to station X is. This is the concept that we have also discussed in our app session and previously on YouTube also. ठीक है? तो concept की जगह I'll straight away tell you the formula that is required. So what happens is कि अगर इस example में देखा जाए, there are 2 points, right? X and Y. और X point से एक ट्रेन शुरू होती है A, जो 10 मिनट में यहां पहुंच जाती है. एंड अनदर ट्रेन Y स्टार्ट होती है, वो ट्रेन A से मिलती है. सो B ट्रेन यहां से Y से शुरू होती है, इस ट्रेन से यहां मिलती है. ठीक है? लेट्स से एट दिस पॉइंट इट मीट्स and then it reaches its destination in the next 9 minutes. ठीक है? So what is the total time taken? So if I say this is t, तो हमें पूछा जा रहा है 9 plus t कितना है. ठीक है? This is being asked कि train B took total how many minutes to cover Y to X, out of which Y to meeting point, let's call this meeting point to be M. Y to M it takes certain time t, we don't know, that's not given. And M to X it takes 9 minutes. So it uses the formula that this t is given as 10 into 9 plus t divided by 10 plus 9 plus t. AB upon A plus B का फॉर्मूला यूज होता है, एंड दिस इज अ फॉर्मूला विच इज यूज्ड इन अ लॉट ऑफ टॉपिक्स एट अ लॉट ऑफ डिफरेंट प्लेसेस. आप इसको सॉल्व करो, आप t की वैल्यू निकल जाएगी, एंड देन यू पुट इट विथ 9 plus t, you will get your answer. And if you are going to be smart about this, you will not solve this. आप सीधे ऑप्शन से पुट करते हो. Suppose this is 15. If this is 15, that means t is equal to 6. If t is equal to 6, then is it true that 6 is equal to 10 into 15 by 10 plus 15? Is this true? If this is true, option A is your answer. If it isn't, move to option B. You will realize that this is 150 by 25, which is equal to 6. तो हमारा आंसर ऑप्शन ए है. Much quicker than cross multiplying, rearranging, finding out the value of t. So approaches तो आपके पास हमेशा एग्जाम में रहेंगे. प्रॉपर सॉल्व करना या ऑप्शंस के थ्रू जाना, आपको डिसाइड करना है कि कौन सा आपके लिए बेटर है. कितना टाइम लगेगा इसको सॉल्व करने में? इफ आई स्टार्ट just writing this, because if I knew already what is happening and if I know the formula that it works on, तो मेरे को hardly 10-15 seconds लगेंगे. And ये actual CAT का question है last year का, right? Let's look at the next one. In a class of 100 students, 73 like coffee, 80 like tea, and 52 like lemonade. It may be possible that some students do not like any of the three drinks. Then the difference between the maximum and minimum possible number of students who like all the three drinks is. Now, this is a question which is based on set theory. And set theory का maxima minima based है, which is advanced level question. Advanced level कहने के लिए होता है, but it's very easy to solve. So, इसको कैसे solve करते हैं? x3 का maximum is given as 73 minus, sorry, the maximum is given as the largest of the three numbers. So largest of all sets. Sorry, largest नहीं, smallest of all sets. So smallest of all three sets. सबसे छोटा नंबर क्या है इधर को? 52. So ये 52 हो गया. Okay. Now x3 का minimum कैसे निकालते हैं? So x3 का minimum is given as sum of all the three sets, 73 plus 80 plus 52, minus 2 times the total value of the sets. ये डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूले है, ये हम क्लास में डिस्कस करते हैं कि थ्री सेट्स के क्वेश्चन में where none can be 0 or it can be not 0, this is how we solve. And this is going to give us 152, 105, right? Minus 200, which is going to give us 5. So you know the maximum minimum, now you need to calculate the difference. 52 minus 5 is going to give us 47. C is the answer. कितना टाइम लगेगा? Hardly 30 seconds to 45 seconds. Because standard approach, how do you solve these questions? अब ये जो approach है, ये ज्यादातर आपको किताबों में नहीं मिलता, ये आपको क्लासरूम में मिलता है, right? This is again slot 1 का ही last year का question है. So 2 questions, 1 minute time, 1 minute 15 seconds time, right? Question पढ़ने के बाद, if you include everything, reading the question, going through the options, you know, doing these calculations, 2 minutes for 2 questions, which is pretty good time, right? Good as in काफी कम time है. Okay, next one, slot 2 का है last year का. Let f of x be a quadratic polynomial in x such that f of x is greater than or equal to 0 for all real numbers x. If f of 2 is equal to 0 and f of 4 is equal to 6, then f of minus 2 is equal to. So this is a question on algebra and this is a question on algebra के अंदर quadratic आता है, उसके ऊपर है. उसमें भी ये roots and maximum minima related है. So the moment it says we have f of x a quadratic polynomial in x says that f of x is greater than or equal to for all real numbers x, तो इसका फॉर्मेट होता है p times x minus q का whole square plus r. Here p is going to be positive, r is going to be positive. ये standard rule है the moment somebody reads this. Okay. Now, when it gives f of 2 is equal to 0, तो बोले तो f of 2 यानी कि p times x minus 2 का whole square plus 0 हो जाता है. Says that when you put x is equal to 2, it gives you 0. ये हम केवल इतने से पता कर लेते हैं। नेक्स्ट वाले से f of 4 is equal to 6 है, so if I put f of 4, so this becomes p times 4 minus 2 का whole square, and this is given as 6. From here I'll get the value of p as 6 by 4 minus 2 2 का whole square 4, 6 by 4, which gives me 3 by 2. देखो p पॉजिटिव आया ना, आना ही था. Once we have figured out the value of p and q and r is 0, q is 2, this is q, and p turns out to be 3 by 2 once we have solved it. हम क्या करेंगे, इसको ओरिजिनल में पुट कर देते हैं सब. So it will look like f of x is equal to 3 by 2 x minus 2 whole square plus 0. I am not going to write, r is 0. ये मेरा पॉलिनोमियल है जिसके बारे में ये बात कर रहा है क्वेश्चन. ये हमें पता चल गया. अब हमसे पूछा जा रहा है कि f of minus 2 निकालो. So we are going to put minus 2 instead of x and we will get our answer. So this is 3 by 2 minus 4 ka whole square, which is going to be 16. So this is going to give us 8. 3 into 8 is going to give us 24. So this is going to be 24. Right? Next question. Consider the arithmetic progression 3, 7, 11 and let a n denote the sum of first n terms of this progression. Then the value of 1 upon 25 summation a n, where n is equal to 1 to 15 is. So बहुत लोगों को ये लगेगा difficult, पर ये difficult है, but depends on how you approach. तो आपको by the end of October, जैसे मैं बता रहा हूं, या नवंबर में, आपके पास अप्रोच ना बिल्कुल अलग होना चाहिए. एक अप्रोच तो होना चाहिए स्टेप बाय स्टेप, जिस तरह से आपने अभी तक सॉल्व किए हैं लास्ट 4 months, पर उससे आपको ना स्कोर अच्छा नहीं आएगा, बिकॉज यू वोंट बी एबल टू सॉल्व एज मेनी क्वेश्चंस एज रिक्वायर्ड, क्योंकि आपकी स्पीड कम होगी, क्योंकि आप बहुत ज्यादा लिख रहे होगे. तो आपको लॉट ऑफ कॉमन सेंस एंड पैटर्न पे जाना पड़ेगा. ऑप्शंस आपको बहुत हेल्प करने चाहिए. ठीक है. सो दिस इज अगेन अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अलजेब्रा एंड दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन. एंड अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन तो बेसिक है, पर उसमें भी थोड़ा मिसलेनियस है, मतलब डायरेक्ट एपी नहीं निकालना है, उसका भी कुछ करना है इधर को. तो यहां पे बोल रहा है कि an denotes the sum of first n terms. So if I talk about a1 is sum of first one term. If I talk about a2 is sum of first two terms. If I talk about a3 is the sum of first three terms, and so on. ये आपको बोल रहा है. अब आपसे बोला जा रहा है कि n की वैल्यू जब 15 है तो कितना होगा ये. सो n की वैल्यू अगर 15 है तो इसका मतलब है मुझे पहले 15 टर्म्स ऐड करने पड़ेंगे, राइट, विच इज गोइंग टू बी 3 प्लस 7 प्लस 11 प्लस. नाउ क्वेश्चन अराइजेस, व्हाट विल बी द 15th टर्म? शुड आई यूज द फॉर्मूला n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 upon a? नहीं, मैं 15th टर्म यहां डायरेक्ट निकाल के तुरंत सम कर लूंगा बिना फॉर्मूला लगाए. ठीक है. तो यहां पर 15th टर्म क्या होने वाला है? तो देखो भाई, 3 तो ऐड होगा और 15th टर्म में ये जो जंप हो रहा है दैट इज ऑफ 4, तो ये 4 बार जंप होगा 14 टाइम्स. सो दिस इज गोइंग टू गिव अस 56 प्लस 3 which is going to be 59. So this is going to give us 59. Now the moment I have the last value, मैं इसको ऐड कर सकता हूं. मालूम है कैसे ऐड करते हैं? 15 नंबर्स है और इस सीरीज का एवरेज है 3 plus 59 by 2, which is going to give us 15 into 3 plus 59 is 62. 62 by 2 is 31. 15 into 31 is our 15th term. Now the question is asking कि आप ये 3 लो, आप ये 10 लो, आप ये 21 लो and so on, और आपके पास ये 15 into 31 है, which is going to be whatever. इसको ऐड करना है और इसको divided by 25 करना है. So the real critical part that we have to do is now finding the sum of that series. Now this series is not an AP anymore. If you look at this series is, there is a jump of 7, there is a jump of 11 and so on, and this continues. So आपको proceed कैसे करना चाहिए? अब ये see, this is not a question that you can solve in 1 minute time. As you can see, 1 minute या उससे थोड़ा ज्यादा अभी हो चुका है, and of course ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा है क्योंकि I'm explaining it to you. पर अब आगे प्रोसीड कैसे करना है वो डिपेंड करता है बंदों पे, एज इन पीपल, स्टूडेंट्स, एस्पिरेंट्स. Some will be like they will write down the formula, take the summation and then put it in this answer, put it in the value. Some of the people will be like 15 ही टर्म्स है ना, सारे सम कर देते हैं. So they will write down the sum of 15 values, कैलकुलेट करके उनको ऐड करके फिर 25 से डिवाइड कर देते हैं. ठीक है. सो अब आपको डिसाइड करना है कि क्या करना है, कि 15 वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना आपके लिए फिजिबल है, फिर उनको ऐड करना, या फिर फॉर्मूला करना. अगर आपको फॉर्मूला नहीं पता है कि क्या होने वाला है, तब तो ये फ्यूटाइल है आपको वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना, राइट. इन सच क्वेश्चंस यू एक्चुअली लिव इट आउट. सो पहले के 3 क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट थे, इनसे ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट थे, बट वी हैड एन ऑल्टरनेट अप्रोच. ये आपका प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन, स्पेशली प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन से तो आसान है पढ़ने में, पर इसका सॉल्यूशन लेने जाने वाला है. इसको सॉल्व कैसे करेंगे, ठीक है. सो इसको सॉल्व करने का ये सिंपल तरीका है कि इफ आई टॉक अबाउट द जनरल टर्म ऑफ दिस पर्टिकुलर सीरीज, दिस इज गोइंग टू बी, ये आपके पास 3 है, राइट. उसके बाद ये आपके पास 7 है, फिर आपके पास ये 11 है, एंड सो ऑन. एंड द लास्ट टर्म इज 3 प्लस n-1 इंटू डी, राइट. ये आपका 2 इंटू 3 प्लस n-1 इंटू डी. ये आपका सम हो गया, ये nth नंबर हो जाएगा और इसका डिवाइडेड बाई 2. So this is the nth term of this particular series. ठीक है. अब मुझे क्या करना है, इनका सम करना है. So I'll have to do the summation of this, which is not going to be easy, isn't it? अगर इसका summation हम करना शुरू कर दे तो. If I really want to solve this question, तो एक alternate approach करना पड़ेगा जो आपको क्लास में बताया जाता है. अप्रोच ये है कि आप क्या करते हो, आप ये जो सीरीज लिखा हुआ है 3, 7, 11 ये चल रहा है. इफ आई टॉक अबाउट an में जो सीरीज होगी वो पहले 3 होगी, फिर 7 प्लस 3 ये आपका 10 होगा. मैं इसके आगे के नंबर्स लिख लेता हूं. 4 का जंप है. दिस इज 15, दिस इज 19, दिस इज 23 एंड सो ऑन. सो द फर्स्ट नंबर इज 3 an, the second is 3 plus 7, the next is 3 plus 7 plus 11, so 10 plus 11 21, 21 plus 15 is 36, 36 plus 19 is 55, 55 plus 23 is 78, and this continues. In this, आप consecutive numbers का difference लेते चलोगे, ठीक है. So consecutive numbers का difference is 7, 11, 15, 19, 23, of course. यहीं से आया, यहीं पे रहेगा. फिर इनका difference लोगे. So you will find that the differences is same right now. तो कितनी बार माइनस करना पड़ा, ये आपको करना पड़ा 2 बार माइनस. तो ये आपका सेकेंड लेवल एपी है. सेकेंड लेवल एपी का मतलब 2 बार माइनस करना पड़ता है. Now how do you find the general term of a second level AP? So I'll give you an idea. First level AP is given as पहला number, right? Plus n-1 by 1 into 4. A plus n-1 d होता है फर्स्ट लेवल एपी का. सो 3 प्लस n-1 into 4. अगर ये सेकेंड लेवल एपी हो जाएगा, ओके, सो इट्स गोइंग टू बी 3 प्लस पहला नंबर 7 into n-1 by 1 plus third number into n-1 into n-2 by 1. So I'm going to hide myself in case it's not visible. So this becomes your general term of this series. You will have to open this up. Sorry, this is by 2. So you will have to open this up, which will give you 3 plus 7n minus 7 plus, if you open this, this is 2 times n square minus 3n plus 2. If you rearrange it, this is going to give us 2n square plus n ठीक है, देखो n की वैल्यू 1 पुट करो, यू विल गेट 3। n की वैल्यू 2 पुट करो, 2 इंटू 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 2, 2 स्क्वायर इज 4, 4 इंटू 2 8, 8 प्लस 2 10। n की वैल्यू 3 पुट करो, 3 स्क्वायर इज 9, 9 इंटू 2 18, 18 प्लस 3 21। सो n की वैल्यू आप 1 2 3 पुट करते जाओगे, आपके पास ये tn आ जाएगा। ठीक है, वंस यू गेट tn, नाउ यू नीड टू फाइंड द समेशन ऑफ दैट। अब इसका समेशन एक राउंड और करना पड़ेगा। सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 2 टाइम्स what is summation of n square and what is summation of n. This is only helpful if you know the summation of n square, which is given as n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 whole divided by 6 plus n into n plus 1 by 2 is the summation of n. Once you get these values, all you need to do is put n is equal to 15 here. If you put n is equal to 15, you will get your numerator divided by 25. So there are 3 steps involved. पहले स्टेप में आप देखोगे किस लेवल का एपी है, सेकेंड स्टेप में यू विल फाइंड द जनरल टर्म ऑफ दैट एपी, एंड थर्ड में आप उस एपी सेकेंड लेवल एपी का समेशन करना है। क्यों करना है? क्वेश्चन में वही बोल रहा है कि आप सम का सम करने वाले। एंड वंस यू डू दैट, यू पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ n इज इक्वल टू 15 एंड जो भी आंसर आएगा उसको 25 से डिवाइड करना। रिमेंबर 1/25 है। सो अ डिफिकल्ट वन, राइट? Akash, we just took a session on CAT 2023 repeaters. If you can go through our channel, you will find that video in the live video section. Recently, I took that session. It has not been even 2 weeks. Okay, so please go through that. Actually, started in preparation November, couldn't write CAT, Snap में 97.5 आया, लेकिन tier 1 नहीं मिला। हाँ, Carlos, that's true because you need a lot in Snap. And Math में 249, very good. Convert हुआ, should I consider dropping for CAT 999? Definitely, Carlos. No doubt about it. You have a very good profile. Please don't, don't give up on better colleges and just get whatever you have on your hand right now. ये मत करो। Normally, शादी की तरह MBA भी लाइफ में एक ही बार होता है, ठीक है? 2 बार का मौका नहीं मिल पाता। So same thing. अगर मिल रहा है तो if you have a good profile, and getting 249 in NMAT is not an easy task, Carlos. So if you're able to get 249 in that, that is pretty good. So worst case क्या होगा इस साल? CAT में अगर अच्छा कॉलेज या फिर ड्रीम कॉलेज नहीं मिल रहा, you can again go for NMAT, जो कि इस साल भी करने ही वाले थे. But at least you give it a try, right? I really believe कि you will be able to do it. So please appear for CAT again this year. So CMAT का वेट कर लो, बट CMAT में किस कॉलेज में जाओगे कार्लोस? There is no college in CMAT which is as good as compared to IIMs, right? MDI, FMS. इन कॉलेजेस के सामने तो CMAT का कोई कॉलेज नहीं है, right? Meghna, there are tons of books available online, ठीक है? It's very difficult to pick one out, but the thing is कि वो कोई भी एक बुक करो, ठीक है? Don't take 2 or 3 books. Pick one book and make sure that you complete it. Okay, so previous question, the kind of question you should leave at home. Next, the lengths of all 4 sides of a quadrilateral are integer valued. If 3 of its sides are of length 1, 2 and 4, then the total number of possible lengths of 4th side is. So quadrilateral में 3 साइड पता है, चौथा कैसे निकालते हैं, right? Now somebody who has no idea about the theorem or the formula here can still solve it and will be able to solve it much quicker. For example, if I say this is 4 centimeter, इसके बाजू में मैंने ऐसे 2 centimeter ड्रॉ कर दिया, इसके बाजू में मैंने 1 centimeter ड्रॉ कर दिया. So can I say this length is going to be less than 7? क्यों less than 7 होगा? भाई सिंपल सी बात है, ये 4 है, ये 2 है, ये 1 है. इफ दे आर इन ए स्ट्रेट लाइन देन इट विल बी 4 + 2 + 1 7. अगर ये थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा हो जाए तो ऑब्वियसली द लेंथ विल डिक्रीज. आई बिलीव एवरीबॉडी नोज कि अगर एक स्टिक ऐसे लाई किया हुआ है तो इसका लेंथ इतना है, इसका शैडो इतना पड़ेगा. पर अगर इस स्टिक को अगर आप रोटेट कर दोगे तो इसका शैडो केवल इतना पड़ेगा. if this stick goes below this entire is 1, right now it is not 1, right? So can I say the third side should be less than 7? ये होगा हमारा थर्ड साइड जो हम ड्रॉ करने वाले होंगे. Sorry, not third, fourth side. Can I say the fourth side should be less than 7? Right? तो एक हो गया जहां 412 को जितना ज्यादा फैला सकते थे उतना फैलाया. अब है कि जितना क्लोज ला सकते हैं. So if I take this one as 4 and then if I take this one as 1 and if I take this one as 2, तो देखो अगर ये 4 है और अगर इसके ऊपर ये 1 है और इसके ऊपर ये 2 है, then the fourth line that I need so that it, that they overlap each other is of length 1, 1 plus 1 plus 2. पर अगर मैं इसको टेढ़ा कर दूं, so can I say this gap will become more than 1? क्योंकि अगर ये straight line होता तो ये 1 मिलता, right? ये वैल्यू तो 1 से कम हो गई, ये भी 2 से कम हो गई, तो इसके बीच का वैल्यू 1 से ज्यादा हो जाएगा. ये कॉम्पेंसेट होना चाहिए. So this fourth line, it should be greater than 1. So how many values do we have greater than 1 and less than 7? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are a total of 5 such values that lie within the range less than 1, greater than 7. So answer हो जाएगा C. फोर्थ साइड आपका 1 से बड़ा होना चाहिए और 7 से छोटा. Right? No formula required. Of course, there is a theorem that you will assume the missing side as the largest one. So if the missing side is the largest one, so suppose the fourth side is F, then it should be less than the sum of the other 3 sides. And the next one is if 4 is the largest side, because 2 can't be a largest side, so this 4 should be less than 1 plus 2 plus F. If you solve the first one, you will get F should be less than 7. If you solve the next one, you will get F should be greater than 1. ये आपको 2 रेंज आता है इन इनइक्वालिटीज से. एंड मैं अपने आप को हाइड करता हूं और ये हो जाता है. ठीक है. और अगर किसी को नहीं पता, they can still visually go with it, right? So a very much doable question on geometry. Slot 3 का क्वेश्चन है ये. Okay, one more. Sorry, नहीं, वो वही वाला क्वेश्चन है. So I believe I was able to help you guys with the queries of yours, and how should you prepare, how should you strategize your preparation, in how many months, or how, what should you complete, and it is very much doable guys. ये आप अभी CAT 2023 का प्रिपरेशन आप आज से शुरू कर सकते हो. and if you haven't if you don't have any idea about any of the things, ठीक है, कि बेसिक नॉलेज है कि CAT है, ये एग्जाम होता है, इतने क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, somewhat these types of questions come, कितने क्वेश्चंस आने हैं, कितने लाने हैं, एवरीथिंग आई हैव डिस्कस्ड टुडे, राइट? आप आज से प्रिपरेशन भी शुरू करोगे तो आपका ये सिलेबस तो कंप्लीट नहीं होगा, सॉरी, कभी नहीं हो सकता. आप 2 साल पढ़ लो, 10 साल पढ़ लो, बट यू विल बी एबल टू कवर ऑल द टॉपिक्स, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टूल्स रिक्वायर्ड, द फॉर्मूलाज, द शॉर्टकट्स, और आप नवंबर में कंप्लीटली प्रिपेयर्ड हो सकते हो कैट देने के लिए. सो अभी भी टाइम खत्म नहीं हुआ है, ठीक है. People who have prepared already, they have started preparing. People who are going to retake the exam this year, so they will have an upper hand. So obviously, अब आपके पास टाइम कम है तो आपको मेहनत ज्यादा करनी है, right? So before we begin, मैं आपको कुछ और बताना चाहूँगा.
Can I crack CAT in 6 months? If so, what is the percentile that I need in order to get a call from the top B schools? What should be the study plan that I should follow to get that requisite percentile? This and much, much more when you catch me on the 21st of May 2023 on the BYJU'S exam prep app as we decode 6 months to CAT 2023. So what's stopping you? Go ahead, register now.
So, like I said, like Gautam said, don't miss out on 21st of May at 11 a.m. Okay, and these are the students who prepared with us. Okay, these are our classroom students, and it was not like, I mean, they were very attentive. They attended all the lectures, classroom lectures, as well as the sessions that we take on YouTube and app. But it was not like that very first day they were scoring 99 percentile. They had their ups and downs. They struggled. Initially, they were around 60, 70 marks. Eventually, practice and patience and improvising and building strategy, they were able to reach a score of 110, 115, right? 120 actually विनायक का तो उतना ही है. तो ये एक दिन का रेस नहीं है, ये आपको 4 months, 5 months, 6 months कम से कम लगता है. ठीक है. Some people take 8 months, 10 months, some people take only 4 months. 4 महीने के अंदर preparation, somebody who has never looked at a CAT question even 4 months के अंदर it's very very difficult. मतलब maybe out of all the students who appear for CAT exam every year, 4 या 5 ऐसे लोग होंगे जो 4 महीने के अंदर उन्होंने कोर्स कंप्लीट करके मॉक्स देख के सब चीज कर लिया होगा. मतलब उनके पास टाइम भी बहुत होगा, विले होंगे. ठीक है. या फिर दे वर ऑलरेडी ब्रिलियंट, दे मे हैव ऑलरेडी रिटन प्रीवियसली अ लॉट ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स. उनके लिए आसान हो जाता है बिकॉज दे नो हाउ टू स्ट्रेटेजाइज व्हेन इट कम्स टू कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स. ठीक है. So you can enroll with us. It's still not late, guys, with our CAT 2023 comprehensive program. So these are all the things that we give away. Okay, starting with a lot of videos, a lot of classroom sessions where we discussed all the shortcuts and the formula we saw today and similar ones. More than 75 mocks will be given with video solutions and analysis. More than 10,000 questions for practice. दिन के अगर 300 questions भी करोगे ना, तो मेरे ख्याल से आप लोग का मैथ्स ठीक होगा, है ना. डेली के 250-300 क्वेश्चंस करोगे तब जाके कैट तक खत्म होगा. विच मीन्स खाना पीना सोना छोड़कर किल क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर रहे हो दिन भर, तब कैट तक जाके इतने क्वेश्चंस खत्म होने वाले हैं, विच इज अ लॉट, राइट. You get more than 300 engaging videos, and of course you'll be given books, previous year questions, and we will also help you with your GDPI and VAT, which is important thing. CAT तो बस एक छोटा सा exam है as compared to what you have to go through. And also you can avail up to 90% scholarship. 28th May at 11 AM you will be writing this scholarship test, and people have received scholarships worth 1 crore overall so far. ठीक है. So make sure that you register for this and attempt the scholarship test. This is what I was talking about. This is what Gautam was talking about a few minutes back. So 6 months to CAT 2023. He is going to give you a roadmap, what you should be doing, how you should be doing. If you have more queries, you can get in touch with him on 21st of May at 11 AM. Make sure that you register for this. Okay. And starting from 6th of April, we have started our series, which is 500 most expected CAT questions. So make sure that you join these sessions. It will help you revise and practice. So you will save a lot of time not practicing at home all by yourself. So you can solve 12 very good questions in the class in 40-45 minutes rather than spending over an hour for the same questions. And also you will come to know about the concepts and maybe 3-4 different ways to solving a same question, right? You can download our app and you can attempt our section wise quiz. Okay, you get this, I mean, we have this quiz that are updated daily. So make sure that you download our app. The link to downloading our app is given in the description below. Well, thank you everyone. Make sure that you subscribe the channel. I hope you guys have liked the video already. In case you haven't, make sure you like it. Excuse me. You can join our Telegram channel also. You can post your queries and we'll help you solve it. You can like our Facebook page and you can follow us on Instagram. Okay. Thank you. Thank you everyone. I'll see you guys again with the next session. Take care. Bye-bye.